sticks over to a serious lady boss we all know and love her. This girl's in charge. Give it up for Elaine.
All right. What's going on, family? Before I go any further, I want you guys to give it right back over to brand new Platinum 2000, Mr. Jorge Crespo. He deserves every single bit of that. So I just want to give it right back over to you, bro, because I've seen you grinding day in and day out and really leading from your heart. And I truly, truly admire you for just the way that you lead. So, congratulations one more time. I couldn't be any happier. I couldn't be any more proud of you, bro. But guys, today we're going to continue on with the Blueprint 2.0. So you guys have heard from some incredible leaders already. Last week, you heard from my amazing business partner who I love and adore so much, Katie. You also heard from my mentor, Steve Max, and your mentor as well. They absolutely crushed that call. I know that it was a little bit longer than what you guys are usually used to. We try and keep it under the hour, but there was just too much value, man. Sometimes we got to extend ourselves when we're having too much fun. But today, guys, we're going to be going over the art of edification, okay? These are essential pieces of information. And here's the thing is that sometimes we think, oh, I've already heard that training before. I already know how to edify. But you know what? There's never enough information. Remember that Bob Proctor always talks about you repeating the same information over and over and over again. If you repeat the correct type of information, then you're gonna become a master at that, right? He says become a master at one thing. And this is exactly what we want to show you guys with this Blueprint 2.0. We want you guys to become a master at edifying, becoming a master at leveraging the platform, right? And these are some essential pieces of information. So I really hope that you guys are taking notes. If you guys want to turn on your camera, that would be amazing. For those of you with your cameras already on, great. Thank you so much for showing that respect. Show me your notebooks and get ready because we're going to go in depth. We're going to go in. And this was one thing that I remember when I first started, I plugged into every single call. Every time Mike Sotero had a call, every time Steve Max had a call, any other pop-up call that happened, I was like, I'm there. Any of the IG lives that they did, I was like, I'm there. I remember tuning in and being so hungry for this information that sometimes, to be honest with you guys, we take this for granted. We take for granted the fact that we have individuals like Jorge who just ranked up to Platinum 2000, and we think, oh, it's just another P2000. It's just another P5000, another P1000. No. This is not just another P2000. It's like Jorge just said, there's so many individuals that honestly, a majority of the individuals that get into any type of network marketing do not see a dollar. And that is the honest, hard truth. But here he is achieving this type of success within less than a year. Guys, you should feel privileged and honored to be a part of a platform where we really do preach and we walk out people over profits, right? Shout out to Katie who got that hoodie for me, and every time I wear it, I get stopped everywhere I go. I'm not even lying. I was at like a doctor's appointment. I went to go see my orthodontist, and he was like, wow, I love your hoodie. I'm like, thank you. And it really is a compliment starter or conversation starter, excuse me. But guys, again, this is the art of edification. So this is a training that goes hand in hand with the perfect invite, right? So you're going to hear a little bit more about that, about the PS3 system. I'm going to pass it over and let another incredible leader do that part of the presentation. But right now we're talking about edification. Why is that so important? It's important for a number of reasons. And here's the thing is that when individuals join your organization, they're brand new. They say, you ask them the question, are you just here to become a trader? You're just a customer? Do you want your 2 and free, or do you want to go chairman and hit those residual, income ranks, right? So you ask them that question, they say, I want to build, right? But then they say, well, you know what, right now, I just want to learn how to trade for right now. I do want to build, but later on, right? And you want to know why they say that? It's because they don't have the confidence in themselves. And how do we instill that confidence? Our job is to do just that. It's to instill the confidence within them and provide them with the right tools, the right pieces of information to make sure that they know exactly what to do. So if we teach them the art of edification, then you're showing them that they become a master at edifying other people's results, right? that was one thing that I learned when I first kind of had that decision to want to build and want to impact people's lives from all over the world. I didn't really have the results that I wanted just yet. They were okay, but I still wasn't 100% comfortable with showing people my trading account and showing people my results and my success. And my mentor said, hey, edify and leverage other people's results, whether it be your direct upline or anyone else. Good thing is that you also have cross lines or sidelines, right? Other individuals within the team that have amazing results. So your job is to become a master at edifying your mentor's results, because what if you have that desire to build, but you say, I just don't know how to do it yet. I don't have the results that I want. What if it takes you a year, right? Which we know in this business, as long as you're plugging into the system, you know that the products work, right? You work, you see results if you work, right? The products work if you work. Okay. But let's just say it takes you 6 months to a year for you to see certain results that you feel comfortable with. Throughout that whole 6 to a year-long mark, you could have been leveraging and edifying your mentor's results. You could have already been chairman at that point, right? So don't wait, right? Don't waste your time waiting for you to get certain results, because you don't know when that breakthrough is going to happen. It could very well be in your first month, but it could also take you a little bit longer. So in the meantime, get good at leveraging other people's results, right? Like what Matt Rosa said not too long ago, he gave a training to this team. He said, we build to trade, not trade to build. And that, when he said that, and I had heard that before, some time ago, that was like it blew my mind. I was like, man, I never really thought of it that way. We build to trade, not trade to build. We want to trade with Chris Terry's money, right? So what do you got to do? Just leverage the platform, leverage your mentors. How many guys like that? Drop some dollar signs if you like that. If you want to trade with Chris Terry's money, right? He just gave this whole incentive about 50,000 in Bitcoin that I'm super freaking fired up for, and I'm working my butt off. I hope you are too, because this is literally free money, free Bitcoin, right? If that hasn't clicked, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Just quit. Go away. Bye. But guys, we built to trade, not trade to build, right? How many of you guys had tried to talk to your friends? You say, okay, I finally made the decision. I'm going to go in, but I got this. Thank you, Steve Max, but I got this. I know how to talk to my friends, right? How many of you guys have ever said that to yourselves? I got this. Or you said that to your mentors. Thank you. I appreciate that. But I know how to talk about the products. I know how to leverage. I know how to edify. And then you do your own thing. You try to have this whole long conversation, and here you are spilling your whole guts out, talking about things that you should not be talking about. Remember that your job is to only make the connection between you, your friend, and your mentor. You make that connection, and we're going to go a little bit more in depth with that in just a second. So I remember when I first started, I was like, okay, let me just put in my own sauce. Let me create the conversation the way that I feel like they would want to be approached, and this, that, and the other. And I would just make things up in my head. And I would have this whole long exaggerated conversation instead of plugging in. Like, there's a whole system that have been set in place. As long as you plug in, it's going to work for you, right? I failed so many times in those conversations that I had with my friends. And then I realized, wow, if I only plugged into the system and I did exactly what my mentors told me to do, maybe they would have been enrolled in my business already, right? Sometimes we're asking the wrong questions to the right person. Don't let that be you. Learn from other people's mistakes, because at the end of the day, your mentors are your shortcut to success, right? So here's what we got to do, guys. And again, I really hope that you guys are taking notes. Remember that edification provides trust. Okay, and I'm actually going to share my screen in just a second, because I want to show you guys something that maybe you've seen before, maybe you haven't, maybe you're brand new to this call, you're brand new to the team. Welcome if that's you. So edification provides trust. You've heard this before. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care, right? So that is your job, to show them how much you care. So you're edifying your mentor and your prospects. That goes a little bit more hand in hand with the PS3 method. So I don't want to go into too much detail with that, because like I said, there's an incredible leader that's going to go over that in a few minutes. But your job is to edify your mentor and the prospect, right? Whether it be your friend or somebody brand new that you just met on Instagram in your cold market, right? Whoever it is. You care enough about them that you wanted to reach out to them. There was something about their page, something about what it is that you saw in them that you said, okay, I see potential. I see hunger. I see motivation. I see a drive. I see that you want to change your life. There's some reason or another why you decided to reach out to that individual, right? So it's you leveraging and edifying that prospect to your mentor, right? So let me share my screen for a second, and I want to show you guys this little diagram here, I guess you could call it. So this is you, right? This is your mentor, and this is your friend or prospect, brand new person, okay? Your job, again, you have that connection with your mentor, right? You know who each other are. You also know who your friend is or that prospect. Even if you don't really know too much about them, you just met them, it's okay. You at least know them more than your mentor does. So this is where you make that connection down here, right? Between you, your mentor, and your friend. How do you do that? You edify your mentor. You already have that trust with your prospect, right? They trust you enough to want to meet your mentor. So you left some type of good, mark in their life where they said, okay, I may not really know who you are too much, but from what I do know, the little that I do know, I trust you enough to want to meet your mentor. You said something that was appealing to me where I want to actually get on that call. I want to know more about what it is that you're doing, right? So they have some type of trust here that's been established between you two. Now, here's where it gets good. You want to have your mentor respect your prospect and vice versa. How do you do that? By edification, by the proper edification. If you know how to make your mentor and your prospect look good, that's it. That is the hardest part. Then you step back, you mute yourself on that call as soon as the edification is over, and you let them run it. You leave the greats do their thing, right? Your prospect and your mentor, let them have a whole long conversation. All you got to do is edify, right? So if you guys want to take a picture of that real quick, I just wanted to show you that very briefly. So how is it that you edify? How do you edify your prospect, and how do you edify your mentor? Here's a couple of key points that you want to target. Remember that facts tell, stories sell, right? So the main thing that you want to do is share a story about your mentor, something that you know is going to click. Before you got your prospect on that call, you had to have some type of conversation with them, right? That got them intrigued to getting on that call. You got to know a little bit about, maybe what they're doing for work, or whether they're a student, whatever their current situation is. You got to know some little piece of information in order to get them on that call. So I want you to use that and see how you can make the connection between that person and your mentor. Think of a story where they can relate to each other, right? You want to talk about who your mentor is. What kind of role do they play in your life? What type of success have they been able to create, right? You want to talk maybe a little bit about where they came from, okay? Also, where they're going, what they're currently doing. Again, what type of impact have they been able to make in your life, okay? Where they're going is super important because people want to follow somebody who knows where they're going. I'm not going to go and follow somebody who's walking around in circles, wasting their energy and mine, right? I want to make sure that I follow somebody who is steps ahead, not one or two steps, but several steps ahead of where I currently am. I joined this organization because when I went to an event pre-COVID, right? When I went to an event, I remember being in a room full of individuals that had no college degree, some of them, right? I'm not saying all of them, but a majority of them didn't have a college degree, and I did, right? I busted my behind for 5-6 years getting a master's degree that I never ended up using. Now here's certain people that were younger than me, and their bank account looked a lot nicer than mine. So I was like, where did I go wrong, right? But when I saw the kind of success that was in that room, I was like, okay, I definitely want to follow wherever it is that they're going, because clearly they've been able to achieve things that I have not yet. So your job is to show your prospect that. You don't have to talk about the money, so much. Like we don't really talk about dollar signs here, right? You can say maybe one or two little things about that, but really, again, the point of the edification is to give them a story that they can relate to, right? Because when you start tapping into their emotions, boom, you're good. You lock them in. When you tap into their emotions, game over. That's all you really need to do, is make that connection between one and the other, right? So talk about where your mentors have been in the past, where they're at now, what they're currently doing now, where they're going, something that they can relate to. Okay. The edified, right? The person being edified is the person who has the results that you want. The one edifying is the one who knows where they're going. Okay. Now, it's funny because when Katie and I went with a couple of leaders out to Indiana sometime last year, we actually did this exercise with our leaders, and we sat down in a circle and we did it strategically. We placed them strategically in that circle where they didn't really know the person on the right of them too much, right? And we said, okay, go ahead and edify the person to the right of you. And they kind of looked at each other and they were like, I don't really know who they are. And we were like, yeah, that's the point. Right. And I remember Katie was kind of giving them the instructions, and they were just looking at each other and they were like, oh crap. But you know what? This is a really great exercise for you to do with your team, whether it be, a small group of you, maybe 5 individuals, you get on a Zoom call and go over the same way that you would go over the perfect invite, go over the proper steps of edification, right? Practice edifying somebody who maybe you don't even know in your organization, because it might happen, right? There's been times where I've had to, use one of my cross lines, so to speak, somebody else in the organization, because maybe my mentor was already on a call, was already occupied. Sometimes you're going to have to edify somebody who you may not fully know. I've been on Zoom calls, massive Zoom calls of hundreds and hundreds of people. And it was, I think, about a year ago, where it was a woman's event, right? So it was like a women's Zoom call, all of I Am Women. And they said, you're going to edify so-and-so. And I was like, okay, cool. So what did I have to do? Well, I had to figure out a little bit about them, and I had to be quick on my toes. I had to think on the spot. Well, what do I know? The little that I do know. You want to make sure that whoever you talk about them as if they were like the Jeff Bezos to Amazon, right? I mentioned that to a leader the other day when we were talking about a crypto call, doing a crypto call with Jason Brown. They said, how do I talk to my friends about that? How do I get them on that call? I said, you got to learn how to edify, the art of edification. Talk about Jason Brown as if he was the Jeff Bezos to crypto, right? Do you understand how crazy that is? If you talk to somebody, if you're an IM, you know who Jason Brown is. Anyone outside of IM, maybe they don't know who Jason Brown is. Your job is to show them, yo, this guy has created massive amount of success. And besides the dollar amount, he's a servant leader. He's an individual who has been able to impact the lives of thousands of individuals all over the world. He's somebody who truly cares about people. He puts, people over profits, things like that, right? When you talk about somebody like that, they kind of take a step back and they're like, wow. It's about the impact, guys. It's about tapping into their emotions, right? Showing them what kind of a leader you're connected to. And it also makes you look good because you're like, wow, you're connected to them? No way, that's amazing, right? And then remember to edify the person on the other side of that, whether that's a friend of yours that you know or a complete stranger that you just met. Hey, so I was looking at their Instagram. Let's say you got Steve on a call, right? Hey, so Steve, I actually wanted to introduce you to, somebody that I actually just met on Instagram, but I was looking at their bio or their profile, and, I see that this person is a family man and is really looking to create a great impact, create that generational wealth, right? Find something to compliment them on that makes that connection one with the other, okay? It really is as simple as that. And I really urge you guys to practice, because this is an art. This is a skill set. The same way that learning how to trade is a skill set, the very same thing applies with building your organization. This is a skill set. You don't need to be a professional network marketer to have good success in this. You just need to be coachable. If you follow these steps, you plug into the system, right? What does system stand for? Somebody put it in the chat box. If you plug into the system, then everything else is just going to work out, right? So practice that exercise, get a team of people and learn how to edify the other person, preferably maybe somebody that you don't really know, right? Because that's when you're really testing yourself, okay? So guys, I just want to leave you guys off with that. And I'm going to pass it over to an incredible, incredible leader. Some of you guys, if not all of you, should already know who he is. I remember meeting him a few years back at a convention, and he has played a really great role in many of your guys' lives. He is like the right-hand man to Mr. Steve Max, and he is somebody who I really truly admire, because he balances a job, his family, a lot of other things, on top of being a massive builder and trader, right? He does all of that for you and I. He doesn't have to do half of the things that he does, but he truly leads from his heart. So I want you guys to go ahead and give it up. Drop a number, I don't know, let's do 1,000. Drop a 1,000 in the chat box for Mr. Greg Briette. He's about to bring in the flames, and I could not be any more excited. So, Greg, go ahead and take it away, bro.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Appreciate the introduction, Elaine. Hey, yo, y'all drop a CH10, C10 in the chat right now for soon-to-be chairman, Elaine Gutierrez, with her amazing partner, Katie Vargas, soon to be Katie Brown. Let's go. And also, hey, shout out to my man, George Crespo. George, man, I am super pumped, super excited for you, my man, hitting Platinum 2000 in under a year. And George and I got the chance to hang when we went to Orlando. Man, we got a chance to work out together. We pumped some iron together and had an amazing time in Orlando. And man, I'm excited for you and your organization, what y'all are doing. So guys, hey, it's a pleasure to be on this call. Elaine literally just shared some amazing sauce with you guys. So I hope y'all were taking some notes. And guys, when you come on these calls, always come with the intention, not just to learn, but come with the intention so you can learn to teach. So I want you all on this call right now to visualize yourselves and really see yourselves teaching this information. So if you're just coming on these calls and you're taking these notes and it's just for you, then you're really not fulfilling the true fulfillment of this type of business that we're in, which is a duplication business. And we duplicate ourselves by not just learning to learn, but we're learning to pass it on. And here's the thing, here's the secret in teaching. You're actually learning the most when you teach. Like, we get to be on these calls and you may be thinking like, my goodness, like Elaine, Katie, Steve, they are so awesome at these calls. But guess what? That's because of the repetition of teaching and teaching and teaching. So tonight, I get the amazing pleasure in sharing with y'all the PS3 system. Hey, type in the chat box, PS3 system, if you're excited about PS3 system. And I hope you're not sitting here thinking, oh my goodness, I've heard this before. Because here's the thing, you're not learning it for you. If you've heard this before, now you're hearing this to share it with someone else. And here's the deal. Anyone on this call, Elaine, George, could do this training, because this training, the PS3 system, is actually set up to duplicate within this organization, within this platform of IM Academy. Now, the amazing part about the PS3 system is that system is exactly this. The acronym for system, and I love this, I've learned this in IM, I've been using this word forever, but system actually stands for saving yourself some time, energy, and money. And you might want to write that down. When you actually implement and you plug yourself into a system, you're saving yourself some time, energy, and money. So what does that mean when you plug into a system? When you plug into a system, you can be a beginner at this. Many of you on this call right now, drop a 111 if this is your first network marketing company ever. I want to see in the chat right now. Drop a 111 if this is your first network marketing company. My goodness, I guess everybody's a veteran. There's no ones in the chat right now. So everybody's been in network marketing before. That's great. But here's the thing. It doesn't matter if you're a veteran. It doesn't matter if you are super confident. It doesn't matter. Okay, I see the ones. I see the ones coming out. It doesn't matter if you're like, man, I'm new at this and I'm shy. I'm not a salesy person. Guess what? You just work the system and the system does the work. Okay, I'm going to say that again. You work the system and the system does the work. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the whiteboard for tonight. And if I'm not spotlighted, let me, actually, do I have host capabilities? I think I do, right? Okay, let's see here. All right, cool, awesome, I am spotlighted. All right, so here's what I'm gonna do tonight. Here we go. Here we go. All right, just to make sure, I wanna make sure that y'all see the whiteboard. Drop a 222 if you see the whiteboard. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Do not write on the whiteboard. Okay, here we go. You know what? People writing on a whiteboard has like been like something that's kind of like freaked me out. I'm like, I used to remember like it used to happen. I'm like, oh, how do I erase this? All right, so I know some of you may be writing on a whiteboard. You probably are touching the screen. Hey guys, okay. All right, wise guy, whoever, do not do that.
Hey, Greg, stop your sharing real quick. All right, go back. Guys, we apologize. The link was leaked, and we've got some trolls here. Do me a favor, go in the chat box right now. Let them know what you think about them in the chat box. We've got some trolls here. Let them know that we're serious about this money right now.
Let them know that you're part of an amazing opportunity and that you're so proud to be a part of I Am Academy. Hey, Steve, how do I
You can go ahead and share again. You should be good.
Okay.
I did remove a few people, guys. If somebody tells you that they got removed, just let them know. We were trying to figure out who the trolls were. But go back and we'll run it from there. Go ahead.
All right, cool. So we're good with the whiteboard. You've edited.
I don't know how to turn that off, but try again. I took off a few people.
Gotcha. Hold on 1 second. I know how to do it. All right, here we go.
You might be able to like undo or something, or just erase it. Yeah, there we go.
All right, cool. All right, guys. So now here's the deal. So back to the point. So tonight I'm going to share the amazing PS3 system with y'all. Now PS3, okay. Now PS3 stands for peak interest, share the plan, and three-way call. So I'm going to go over every single point of the PS3, but this is a system that literally, guys, if I could be transparent, what I want y'all to do tonight is I want you to learn from me. Is when the PS3 was shared with me, I literally was like, all right, that's cool, but I know how to talk to people and I know how to present, so I'm going to do it all myself. Okay, I was that guy. I was that guy who was burning through my list all by myself, and I was not teachable. I was not coachable, and I was just burning through my list, not being coachable. Okay, now the PS3 system, again, it's a system that any and everybody should be able to plug into, but the main point of the PS3 system is to create duplication. Now, if you want to be a pro in this business, if you want to be a pro in I Am Academy, you don't just do what works, we do what duplicates. I'm gonna say that again. We don't want to do what works, we do what duplicates. The point of the PS3 system is not for you to become a chairman. The point of the PS3 system is for any and everyone on your team to become a chairman. Drop a 555 in the chat if that makes sense. The point of the PS3 system is for duplication. So learn this to teach this. Learn this to teach this to your organization. Now, first thing I want to emphasize on the PS3 system is you want to get your posture right. You want to get your mindset ready. So step number one in the PS3 system, step number one is get your mindset right. But most of all, get excited. Because here's the thing, you are part of the number one opportunity, not just in America, you're part of the number one opportunity in the world. So you don't want to start the PS3 system. You don't want to reach out to your friends and family or people you may meet on social media, people you may meet out and about with a low vibrational frequency. So what I want you to do, type a HFO in the chat box for high frequency only. You want to position yourself as a leader. You want to position yourself as somebody who is excited about this opportunity. So what you want to do is you want to, I don't know what you need to do. You might need to go drink a Bang. You might go need to drink an espresso, get some coffee. But what you want to do is you want to get your energy level up, get excited about the opportunity. And one thing I want to say as well is you want to visualize your contacts getting excited about what you're going to share. So get excited about the opportunity. Now, number two is you're going to go through your list. You're going to go through your list. Step number two is you're going to go through your list really fast. You're going to go through your list and you want to get on the roll. Now, for those of you who are saying, what list are you talking about? This is the list of 100, 200, 300, 400, 500 names of friends, families, and acquaintances that you know, people on social media, people you've met, people you've worked with, friends, family. You want to go through your list really fast. Within a day, within a few days, within weeks. You want to position yourself to get through that list with high energy, urgency, belief very fast. Now, the second thing I want to share is stepping into the actual PS3 system itself. The PS3 system is the P in PS3 stands for piquing interest. So we're here to pique interest. So what does that mean, guys? So one, yes, you're going to have a sense of urgency in reaching out to your friends, family, and acquaintances. But you're reaching out to them not to tell them the movie, but to get them excited about the trailer. I hope y'all heard that. So you've ever been in a movie, which, man, I can't remember when's the last time I've been to the movie, because of this pandemic. You ever sat through the movie theater and you're waiting for the movie, the featured film to come on, and you see the trailers, they're showing you the trailers. 98% of the time, they don't even tell you what the movie is. They just give you a sneak peek of the movie that's coming 6 months later. And you're like, you turn over to your friend, you turn over to your significant other, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, and you're like, whoa, I want to go see that. They didn't give you the movie. They didn't give you the details. They just maybe have told you who the characters are in the movie. They gave you an idea what the movie may be about, but they did not tell you the movie. And one of the things that they do in the trailer is what Elaine just did a few minutes ago. They edify the stars in the upcoming movie. So one of the things that you want to do in piquing interest is the main goal in piquing interest is one, getting them excited about what you are a part of. The main goal is getting them excited about what you are a part of. And the main goal after that is setting the appointment. You want to get them excited. You want to reach out to your friends. You want to reach out to family, get them excited to look at the opportunity. But the main purpose of PS3 is to set the appointment. Not to tell them the details. Not to say, hey, have you heard about Forex? Hey, have you heard about Bitcoin? Hey, have you heard about HFX? Hey, No. You want to give them the trailer. You want to get them excited about the information they are about to hear. If that's making sense, you drop a 222 in the chat right now. Awesome. Okay. So this is not for you to, matter of fact, I'm going to tell you right now, avoid saying Forex, avoid saying Bitcoin, because right now, folks, everybody's using the word Bitcoin. Everybody's using the word Forex. Everybody's using the word trading. Everybody's using whatever, these buzzwords that we somehow think that's what's going to get them excited to hear the information. You know what's going to get them excited is your sense of urgency. What's going to get them excited is your true excitement that is projecting over the phone. Now, I didn't say this, and I'm saying it now. I'm going to highly encourage that you pick up the phone, you smile and dial when you're reaching out to your friends, family, and acquaintances. Now, I know we are in the texting generation. I'm a bit old school, and I know I don't look it. I just celebrated a birthday. I'm 39 years old. I'm a bit old school. I pick up the phone. I dial. And I'm going to encourage you to do the same, because on a text message, on a Facebook DM, on an IG DM, they will not feel your excitement. It's a little bit difficult for them to feel your high vibrational frequency on a text message versus hearing your voice, hearing your sense of urgency, hearing your excitement, hearing your belief level. So pick up the phone when you reach out to them. So now I'm not going to go deep into the invite. Our chairman, our Platinum 2000, soon to be Platinum 5000 out of Canada, Tommy Ooze, did a training 2 weeks ago in our BluePrint 2.0 training. He actually launched it and did an amazing training. What I'm going to encourage you to do is ask your Platinum 600, Platinum 1000 leader for that call that we did 2 weeks ago, where Tommy Ooze out of Canada specifically did the invite. But I am going to do a bit of a demonstration. Now, when you call your friend, when you call your family, when you call your acquaintance, like Elaine said, you should have some type of idea what type of personality they are. They may be a money-motivated type of person. They may be someone who just loves to have fun and likes the ambiance and likes to hang out with people and party. They may be someone who is caring and they just love everybody. They want to see everyone win, and they want to save the whales, and they want to hug the trees. Based on their desires, this is how you're going to pique their interest. Again, because the purpose of the call is for you to get them excited and pique their interest to take a look at the opportunity. So a call would go something like this. I would reach out to my friend John. Hey, John. Hey, this is Greg. How you doing? I don't have a whole lot of time. Hey, John, real quick. Can you clear your calendar tonight? John, can you clear your calendar tomorrow night? John, can you clear your calendar on Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern time? So first step is clearing John's calendar in the invite and piquing his interest. You want to clear John's calendar. Clear John's calendar. Clear John's calendar. Don't say, hey, John, can you get on this call? No, because John may not be available. Because if John is not available tonight, the next thing you want to do is, hey, John, well, what about tomorrow night? You know what? Tomorrow night actually works better. So if John's not available tonight, John's available. John may say, well, you know what? I'm not available tomorrow either. I'm working. Well, John, in the next 36 hours, what's your availability? Are you available on Friday? John will be like, you know what? Friday, I'm a bit more, my schedule's a little bit more loose. So what do you got going on? John, here's the deal. I don't have a whole lot of time to explain it right now, but here's the thing, more so than what, John, it's more about who. I want you to meet my friend Elaine Gutierrez, who is such a loving person that she's literally helping me accomplish my goals and helping me create income from home. Again, I don't have a lot of time to go into it right now. There's a lot of people that I'm going to reach out to, but this is an exclusive. We're doing an exclusive call on Friday. Can you get on that call since you're free? I'm assuming you can, right? John's going to say, yeah, absolutely. I want to hear about it. But what can you tell me? Here's the thing, John. Like I said, I don't have a whole lot of time. I have quite a bit of people to call within a short time frame. I'm going to get you the information, but I promise you, You're going to get all the information to the opportunity and what I'm a part of on Friday when you meet Elaine. And again, like I said, Elaine is just literally having some amazing success. She's literally taking me under her wing, and she's growing a global business across the globe. And she gave me the opportunity to invite some friends to hear about the information that we're sharing. So again, you'll be on the call. I'm going to get you this information tomorrow night. I'm going to get you this information as soon as we get off the phone. Boom. So guys, I don't want to be verbatim. Use yourself. Be personal. Use your own personality. You don't have to sound like Greg. You don't have to sound like Elaine. You don't have to sound like Katie. You don't have to sound like Steve. Sound like you. But what I'm going to encourage you to do is, one, again, I stress more than what you say is how you say it. Be excited, have a sense of urgency, and have high level of belief. John, it's not about what, but more about who you're going to hear from. Now, the one thing I will say is when you're piquing interest and you're setting up the appointment, the further the call is out, the more you want to repeat and confirm the appointment. So like, for instance, if you call John today to get him on a call tonight, hey, yeah, John, just remember the call is at 7 p.m. tonight, okay? Now, if you set up John for tomorrow, John, I know this is tomorrow, but here's the thing. I need to know that you're going to be on this call because it's an exclusive call. And I want to make sure you're not taking up a space for somebody who could be on the call if you're not going to be on. So are you going to be on the call, John? John's going to say yes. Hey, John, I know this is 2 days out, Friday, but here's the deal. This is an exclusive call and space is limited. Do I have your word that you're going to be on the call, John? Yes, I'm going to be on the call. So again, as far as the further out the call is, you want to set it in stone. So you want to remind them that this is an exclusive call and they have special privilege, special invite. Now, here's the thing. Again, P is piquing interest. You're not sharing the movie. That's the point. And the point of piquing interest is setting the appointment. Again, setting the appointment. Now, guys, one thing I will say is this. When you're piquing interest and you're sending them to the next part of PS3, which is share the plan, what I'm going to encourage you to do is you have many opportunities and there's many ways to share the plan. Now, sharing the plan, you can invite to an out call, opportunity call. You can share a website. There's many websites. Steve Max is working on an amazing website, amazing video. Actually, I believe he already has one that he's put out that you can share. Many of you on the team are already sharing. Mike Sotero has whytradingworks.com that I share, many people on the team use. And you can also invite them to a local event or a home event that you're holding in your home. Now, I'm going to speed up a little bit because we're running out of time, but I'm going to go about 5 minutes extra. Now, here's the deal. Here's what I'm going to encourage you to do, especially if you're new. Matter of fact, even if you've been here 6 months plus a year and you've not done this, what I'm going to encourage you to do is invite your people to a launch call. If you've not done a launch call, ask your Platinum 600, Platinum 1000, what a launch call is. And I'm pretty sure your Platinum 1000 has already shared with you in regards to a launch call. A launch call is your own specialized call that you set aside that you're going to invite your list to. Now, here's what I want to encourage you to do. When you're going through your list, you want to go for no's. When you're going through your list, you want to go for no's. I'm going to say that again. You want to go for no's. Don't go for the yeses. Because if you're going for the yeses, if you get 3 yeses in a row, you're going to be like, oh man, 3 people said yes. Okay, I'm done with calls today. No, tell yourself, I'm going to blaze through this list and I'm going to call as many people as I can today, but I'm going to shoot for 15 to 20 no's. Because guess what? When you shoot for 15 to 20 no's, you're probably going to get 7, 8, 9, 10 plus yeses. But if you're going for yeses, you may be closing the door too early on the opportunity. So when is the best time to call someone to invite them? Right after you just talked to someone who said yes. So don't stop. So you go for no's. Now, the next step I'm going to jump on is the three-way call. Three-way call. So PS3, guys, is we have its peak interest. S stands for share the plan. And 3 is not a video game. We're not talking about the PlayStation 3. We're talking about the three-way call. Now, guys, here's why the three-way call is extremely important. The three-way call is important because the three-way call is the validation call. The three-way call is the call, as Elaine mentioned, is the call that is bringing in respect. Now, here's what I want to encourage you to do. And it's kind of like I'm going back and forth, but when you do the invite, as I gave you the example that you said it's not about what, it's about who you'll meet. You're letting them know that they're going to get to meet Elaine, that they're going to get to meet Tommy Ooze, that they're going to get to meet Katie Vargas, that they're going to get to meet David Shell, that they're going to get to meet Jason Gonzalez, that they're going to get to meet V leading the Global X Empire. They're going to get to meet Evelyn out of New Mexico. So you're edifying your leader when you're piquing interest. So you're letting them know that they're going to meet this person when you invite them to see the opportunity. So when you share the plan, the goal is you transition from them seeing the opportunity to a three-way call. Now, here's the deal. When they get off of the call, when they get off of the launch call, when they get off of the opportunity call, before you go into the three-way, you're transitioning them. You're transitioning them to the three-way. So you're calling them. So you let them know that you're going to call them. Hey, John just saw the opportunity call. I'm getting on with John. You don't tell John, hey, John, what do you think? Because 85% of people's thoughts is negative. So you want to ask John a specific question. John, what did you like best about the information that Elaine shared tonight with us? John's going to be like, man, you know what? Man, I love the fact that I could earn income from home. I like that I could literally, make money off of my phone. Whatever John says, validate what John is sharing. Validate what John is sharing. And chances are John is going to like something that you like as well. And then you transition to John. Now, here's the deal, John. Based on what you see, and I know what you're excited about, from a rate of 1 through 10, 1 being, hell no, this ain't for me, to 10 being, man, I'm excited, I want to get started tonight. John, where are you in that rate of 1 through, in that scale of 1 through 10? John's going to say, man, dude, I'm a 10. I'm ready to start it tonight. John, great. Before we get you started, do you have any specific questions? John's going to be like, well, you know what? I do have, a question about how we make money. John, amazing. I'm glad you have questions. And that's why, like I told you, we're going to meet Elaine. I've got Elaine lined up to meet you because I was telling her about you, how close we were, how you and I have worked in the past, and how you would be a great fit for this opportunity. So I'm going to plug this in with Elaine right now. Are y'all following me? Drop a 333 in the chat right now if y'all are feeling me. Drop a 333 in the chat right now. So you've invited John. We've shared the opportunity with John. And now you've gotten on a call with John after the call, after the launch call, after John's watched the website information, after John maybe have, been to a local event and you're face to face with John, but you're going to introduce John to Elaine or Steve Max, who's at the event. So guys, whether you're at a live or local event or it's virtual, you want to be transition them over. So John has questions. Now, let's say John says, you know what? I'm an 8. I like this opportunity, but yeah, I don't have the money. So John, what you're telling me is this. If it was not for the money, you would be a 10? Yeah. Yeah, I would be a 10. I want to do this, but I'm an 8 because I don't have the money. John, you know what? Man, that's a good problem to have. And here's the deal. This is why I'm sharing this with you, because this is an opportunity that's very lucrative and helps you create income. And I know this opportunity is going to help you create income. This is why you need this. But here's the thing, John, like I told you about my friend Elaine Gutierrez, who's helping me with this project and is literally mentoring me and showing me and mentoring me and showing me the ropes. Literally is taking me under her wing. And she's made me feel welcome about this opportunity. Hey, I've got Elaine lined up. She's very busy, but she's made some time to connect with you because I've already told her about you. Let's jump on a Zoom. Now, guys, you can do Zoom. You can connect up front with your Platinum 600 or Platinum 1000 or above. In regards, do you want to do a Zoom? Do you want to do a 3-way call? If it's face-to-face, obviously you're meeting them face-to-face. You want to arrange that up front with your upline, and you want to, as best as possible, have the call already set up at some point after the launch call or after the opportunity call to get them on. Okay, so Elaine gets on the call and we're on a Zoom. Hey, John, hey, this is Elaine. Hey, John, this is Katie. Hey, John, this is Steve Max. Hey, John, this is Tommy Ooze that I've been telling you about, who literally has a heart for people and is helping many people across the globe. And Steve Max is having some amazing success with this opportunity. And I'm so thankful that Steve Max literally has taken me under his wing, like I said before, to teach me and mentor me with this platform. He's having some amazing success. And I wanted to introduce you to Steve Max. And now what you do is you then introduce Steve to John. Hey, Steve, this is my friend John, or if John, maybe your cousin. Hey, Steve, this is my cousin John. And John was just on the op call. John was just on the launch call. John just watched the recording of the opportunity, and John is excited about the opportunity. He's an 8. And the only reason he's an 8 is because John does not have all the funds at the moment. So Steve, meet John. You know, I see John, he has some amazing qualities because he's a leader, and I've seen him at work, and I think he would do amazing here. Steve, meet John. John, meet Steve. Now, guys, I'm about to wrap it up here. But here's the thing with the 3-way call. The 3-way call is your validation call. A 3-way call is a must. If you do the peak interest, if you pique the interest, you get them to watch the opportunity, and you don't get them on a 3-way call, you're not doing a PS. What you're doing is you're BSing yourself. So this is PS3. If you don't do the 3-way, it's not PS. What it's called is BS. Because if you don't do a 3-way call, it's like the call never happened. Okay? So for this to be complete, you have to lean on the 3-way call, because now you're bringing in credibility. You're bringing in respect on the call. And the other thing is your upline leader is going to do is your upline leader is going to validate you in front of your friend, in front of your acquaintance, in front of your family member. And the third thing is your upline leader on the 3-way call, he's going to move your prospect along. He's going to move your friend along. He's going to move your family member along. What is he going to move them along to? He's going to move them along and sign them up. Have you ever been on a 3-way call? I have, where they said they didn't have the money. They were not sure if they wanted to be a part of it. I got them on a 3-way call, and guess what? They were signing up because I got them on a 3-way call. It happens all the time. So the 3-way call moves them along. Now, if they still don't have the money on the 3-way call, and they're still an 8 after the 3-way call, but chances are the 3-way call will take them from an 8 to a 9. But guess what your upline leader is going to do? Your upline leader is then going to move them to the next call. Your upline leader is going to invite them to the next opportunity. He's going to sell the next call and say, hey, John, here's the thing. I know you're not ready to get started tonight, but John, what if I secured you a spot? We have an amazing call on Tuesday where you will get the chance to meet one of our amazing educators who's going to do a training on digital currency. Jason Brown is going to be on our Tuesday call. And listen, if you can commit to being on that call, I'm going to save you a spot. This call is for team members, but you'll get the chance to be on that call. So here's the deal. Your upline leader is going to move them along. But here's the last thing I'll say. Once you pass the call along to your upline leader, you introduce them, mute your phone. If you're on a Zoom, mute yourself and don't say a word unless you're spoken to. I've been on three-way calls and the person who's introducing me is talking more than me. Listen, guys, this is the reason you're bringing your upline leader on the call, because they're the one with the victory. They're the ones with the success. They're the ones with the respect. So when you get on, shut your mouth. Don't say a word. Mute your phone and do not speak unless your upline leader speaks to you or your prospect speaks to you. Then you enter. But other than that, you let your upline leader connect. Guys, hey, drop a 555 if you've gotten some value from this. Many of you have seen this call, this type of training many times before. My hope is that you came on tonight to get value, not for you, but to pass it along to someone else on your team. Guys, it's been a pleasure. And here's what I want to do. I want to direct you to our next important call. Yes, tomorrow night, Thursday night, we have an opportunity call that is led by an amazing leader tomorrow night. Find out who that leader is so you can edify that leader as you're inviting to that call. So find out who's doing tomorrow night's call so you can edify them. Because guys, the call is not about the information. The call is about who's doing the call. You want to get excited, get your posture up, and get your invitee excited to hear from the person doing the call. You want to get them excited to hear about the success of the person on the call. Now, also, I want to bring your attention to our amazing call that y'all heard Mike Sotero talked about on this coming Sunday, January 31st. We're going to close out the month. We're going to have an amazing closeout to the month of January. Our chairman, 750 himself, DCX educator, Mr. Jason Brown. I've heard that Jason may have something up his sleeve for us. So here's what you need to do. Not only do you need to make sure you're on this call, you need to make sure your team is on this call, because we're going to close out January with a bang and enter February with the same momentum and excitement that we close out January. So guys, this is going to be dropped in one of our telegrams. But again, put this on your calendar, promote this event. Not only is Mike Sotero going to be on the call, this actually is going to be a two-part call. It's going to be 9 p.m. Eastern time in English, and it's also going to be at 10 p.m. Eastern in Spanish, led by Platinum 5000, soon-to-be chairman, Javier Vasquez. Guys, it's been a pleasure. Elaine crushed it. Literally, guys, the part that she touched on edification is valuable. It's a big part of the PS3 system. So that's why we felt like tonight it was meant to bring you some value, edification, the PS3 system. Guys, let's get it. Let's run it. Drop a 555 if y'all got some value from this. Drop a 555 if you felt like Elaine brought some amazing value. Drop a 2,000 on the chat right now if you're excited for my man, Jorge Crespo, George Crespo, repping Atlantic City, New Jersey. Man, I'm excited. Guys, that's it. That's all for tonight. Y'all have a great, blessed night. We're done.
If you're ready to go, Chairman, drop some 500s in the chat box right now. Let's go impact some people. They need to hear about this. Who's going to Mexico? Who's going to win some of that Bitcoin?